Delighted to be joined on this bright sunny day here at Lord's by Dan and Dom from Grace's Cricket Club. Dom, I'm going to start with you. Dom, you've been involved in Grace's for many years. Tell me all about the club, its roots, and you've been involved, as I say, for almost more than 2 decades, I think. Tell me all about it and what does the club mean to you?
Thanks a lot. So I joined the club just after 2000, and so I've been a member for over 20 odd years. But the club was actually started in 1996, so we're coming up to our 30th year. And originally we started the club just as a supporters club, so had a few members, wanted to see cricket as an inclusive group, and that's how we originally started. Then suddenly we had 10, 11 players, and we thought, or members shall I say, let's have a game of cricket. And so we had a few games of cricket every so often, and then suddenly by the end of the 19th century we had a full team and we were playing cricket every week. And nowadays we've got two teams. We've got 70 odd members. We're in Chess Valley League competition, and we're in Div 2 on the top of it. So we're doing really good considering where we started from.
And Dan, you've only joined Grace's this year. You're relatively new to the club. Grace's was obviously set up as the world's first LGBTQ+ inclusive club. What was it first and foremost that made you join Grace's, and how have you found it since you've joined?
Yeah, I'm very much the opposite to Dom. I hadn't played cricket for a while. I'd fallen out of the game for a bit. I played a bit at school, a bit at university, but perhaps fell out of it. Hadn't played for about 10 years or so, and it's quite difficult when you're in that situation. Still loved cricket, but it's, can be a bit intimidating trying to find the right way back in, and it can scare you a bit. But I met a friend who played for the club who kind of convinced me to join, and the inclusive element of Grace's really obviously appealed to me and spoke to me, and it's really lived up to that aspect of the club's nature. Very welcoming, very social, still competitive, and a great place to learn and get better at cricket, but also in that kind of very welcoming, inclusive environment.
Great to hear. Well, it's a heck of a week for you guys. You've got an awful lot lined up. I know you're at the Oval tonight. You're here with us at Lord's today. The reason for that is both Surrey and Middlesex are holding their Rainbow Laces annual matches this week. You were unable to join us tomorrow at Lord's, which is a real shame, but as I say, you've been here at training today. How much have you enjoyed the experience meeting the players and being around the group?
It's been amazing. One thing I didn't realise is how hard the guys hit the ball. It just flies off the bat. You don't actually see that on the TV, but when you're actually up and close, it's really, really impressive.
And yourself, Dan?
Oh no, we've loved it. Yeah, we've had a few selfies with the players. We've watched, enjoyed the sun. It's a great day. That's been really awesome. So thank you for having us along.
Good to hear. So you'll have seen an awful lot of changes in your time, Dom, personally at Grace's. The game of cricket is obviously changing an awful lot. It's now offering a much more inclusive and welcoming environment to any. Things like the Rainbow Laces campaign, how important is that to a club like Grace's in terms of raising awareness of the issues faced?
I think it's very important. If I just roll back a few years, when I first played cricket, when I was on the cricket ground, people would come up to me and say, "Are you gay?" And I deny it completely. Roll forward 40 years now, I don't have a problem with saying if I'm gay or LGBTQ+. And actually using the rainbow, it just signifies that we are an inclusive team, so it's really important to us.
Absolutely. And does Grace's as a club, one for you, Dan, does Grace's as a club do its own kind of campaigning around awareness issues, or do you kind of look to support the initiatives that are around in existence already?
A bit of everything. We do plenty of training and kind of learning within the club to kind of even educate ourselves where we can. You can never kind of stop doing that. And we get involved with as many external events as we can. Really, we played in a T15 tournament up in Sutton Coldfield at the weekend against a few other LGBTQ+ teams, which was really great. So
and we won.
We did win.
Congratulations. Good stuff. Well, look, as I say, you're down at the Oval tonight. I really hope you have a fantastic time. It's a real shame you can't join us here at Lord's tomorrow, but from everyone here at Middlesex, thank you so much for joining us at Lord's. It's been great to have you along at training, and we'll very much look forward to seeing you at Lord's next year.
Thank you very much, and thanks for inviting us.